Hello everyone, and welcome to Limitless Learning Tutoring LLC's business page. And I'm so happy to be with you guys. It has been a really long time since I have done a live video to just share with you guys some amazing things that are happening within Limitless Learning Tutoring. So if you are new to this page, please feel free to comment below, say hi. For everyone, say hi, where you're from, and I cannot wait to share this wonderful message with you guys tonight on how to help your child with their homework. So I started this Tuesday tip of the week because we get so many questions from parents all the time, and I know that there are more than just parents that are a part of our community. There are also parents all over the world that probably struggle with this, and my goal is to answer as many questions as we possibly can to help. So again, guys, please introduce yourselves in the comments below. Tell me where you're from, tell me what grade your kids are in, just information so that I can get to know you guys, especially those of you who are new to our community. So, first of all, you probably need to know who you're talking to. I am Jasmine L. Thomas. I'm the founder and owner of Limitless Learning Tutoring. And basically, I started Limitless Learning Tutoring when I was about 21. I'm 25 now, so I've been working on it for about 4 years. It didn't become like a legal business until probably about 2 years ago. But when I was in my bedroom, I was fasting, I was praying, and God just showed me a vision of having a massive tutoring company that was going to take over the globe. And also too, I was going to have schools, which all of those things are happening right now, which is amazing, and I'm so thankful for that experience. And through this whole process of building Limitless Learning Tutoring, we have transformed students' academics, students' behavior, confidence. We've had extreme growth, and I'm so glad about all the amazing things that we've done, and we have more amazing things to come. So back to Tuesday tip of the week. I want to give you guys 3 sound tips that can help you to assist your children with homework. This is by far the most, the question that we get the most. Like, it is insane how many times a week I hear this when people call in and try to register their kids, or even if they just message us on our Facebook page. So the first tip is to set a routine with your child. Set a routine. I know you guys have students who are in a lot of activities and involvement, and you want to keep them engaged, but what's happening more than anything is that our kids are all over the place. So how can they actually enjoy and love their homework when they feel pushed and pulled in so many different directions? So in order for you all to set a routine, this is what I recommend. Of course, you know your children much better than I do, their habits, the things that they respond to well or don't respond to well. So you can make this decision, but maybe some of these practices will help. When they come home from school, if they come straight home instead of going to an after school program or something like that, like we have, you can essentially have them come home, grab a snack, relax a little bit, probably maybe 20 to 30 minutes, just time for them. Because our kids are at school 8 hours in the day, and most of the time they're going non-stop. And what's happening is by the time they get to their homework, they're completely burnt out and they don't want to do anything. So you need to give them that time for themselves. So once they have had their time to themselves, you can go into doing their homework in a systematic way. I recommend that you guys try to do the easy stuff first. Whatever they find easiest, allow them to do that, because if we start to tackle the hard stuff first, they're going to become frustrated, burnt out, and they're not going to even want to do anything. But if they're doing the things that they actually love, they're going to gain momentum and build up that speed and have the stamina to go all the way through and complete even the tough stuff. So that routine is essential, and thinking about the environment is essential as well. So with the environment, you want to make sure that they are in a place where they can fully focus and concentrate. I understand if you guys have multiple children, so sometimes that's not always easy, but if you can maybe even separate your children and let them do things in different places just so they can focus, or if they are all together, make sure that they are respectful of each other. You can even come up with norms of like, what do we do during homework, or what do we not do during homework. Establishing these norms will let them know that this is a serious time. This is what I need to be focused on. I need to have these materials in place, and I need to make sure that I'm not, too loud, or that I'm paying close attention and I'm focused. I'm putting my phone away. And that's a big distraction. The phone and the TV, like that should not be out during that time because your kids need to focus. Even myself as an adult, like I literally will turn off my phone to get the things that I need to get done for business purposes. The second tip that we have for you on this is using resources online. This is the biggest piece. When you're using resources online, it's kind of normal to just go in and Google it. I recommend it. I think it's a powerful thing that we can just literally get things at the tip of our fingers. Like we don't have to go through and search and try to figure it all out. You can definitely go online and look up things. Now, a couple resources that I like to use that are very, very helpful for parents. For math specifically, khanacademy.org is an amazing place to go. It really has math from kindergarten all the way up to calculus. So I recommend that you guys go and check that out because it will be super, super helpful for your child, and they can gain points. It's like almost like a gaming system. They're learning, growing, and I just recommend that as well. Another thing is Engage New York. Now, Engage New York covers ELA as well as math. And so with ELA and math, you can go through and get a lot of lesson plans. There's a lot of practice that can be done with your child. You have a variety of things available to you from Khan Academy and from Engage New York. So those are just two places that you can go. I also recommend that you guys go online to YouTube and check out different channels of things being taught, as well as Teachers Pay Teachers. We actually have a Teachers Pay Teachers store as well. On Teachers Pay Teachers, we are Limitless Learning Schools and Tutoring, and we have a bunch of free resources, and I'm actually going to talk about one in our next tip, and then be able to give you more feedback of things that you can do with your students. So now that you have set a routine, you are utilizing a variety of resources. The third tip is to dig deep and discuss the concepts so that your children understand them. It's not about getting the answers right or wrong. It's about knowing the why. And once your kids know the why, they'll probably never make the mistake again. So what you want to do is ask them discussion questions as they're doing their work. Now, there are, I think it's 6 exactly. Yes, it is exactly 6 tips of questions that you can ask your kids. And I asked my students, and I'm sorry that I didn't share this, but I was a teacher, and I decided to take this full time, and it has been wonderful for me. But even in the classroom with my students, I utilized these questions, and they saw substantial growth with their mathematics instruction. So these 6 questions include: what are you doing? Would you explain how you did? And they will explain whatever the concept is and walk through piece by piece. The next question is: how do you know you got the answer correct? And that is an analysis. You will see that on state tests. There are a lot of error analysis that kids are going to have to go back and see why that person got it right or why they got it wrong and how they can fix it. The 4th question is: what would you do differently? So if they got something wrong, they can discuss and say, well, the next time that I see a problem like this, I'm going to, and then they share the things that they're going to do. And the fifth question is, do you agree or disagree with me? Why or why not? And so that leads to an even deeper discussion of seeing their level of agreement with something or disagreement, and figuring out what the differences are in their opinions. And then the last question is, what could I do to improve? And that is just helping them to dig deeper and reflect and become better action takers. You can do this in math, you can do this in ELA as well. There are several subject areas that you can apply these discussion questions, and I'm going to make sure right now to go ahead and link that in. Guys, I hope that this was super helpful for you all. I know many of you will be watching the replay, so definitely go back and watch all the way through. Comment below and share what tip resonated with you all the most. And even if you have questions that may not relate to homework at this point, go ahead and share any questions that you have in the comments, because I will be making a Tuesday tip of the week every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. I'll be sharing with you something practical and helpful so that you can help your children to achieve their dreams in academics. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Definitely hit the thumbs up, hearts, and share this video with anyone you know who has children that can benefit from this help.